Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
So we are headed out today to run a few errands before we get an ice storm here at our place. We've got a few things we need to do to prepare. Joe's got a few things on his list for the farm, and the kids are playing hooky from school today, aren't you?
Yep. Yeah.
So come along with us. Okay, so our first stop is the lumber store, hardware store here in our little town. There's not a whole lot available in our little town, but when we can shop at these little local stores, we do our best to support them. We've needed them so many times in a pinch, and we're just so grateful that we have them here. And so anytime we can shop local, we do. We love our little town and want to support all of our local businesses. So what do you need today?
This is a 1-inch PVC ball valve. Nothing super fancy or advanced. It's just got a crack in it.
So last night I went to water the chickens and the dogs and stuff, and went to turn the well on, and it just sprayed me in the face. Evidently our ball valve on the well, on the pump for the well, had split, and so we need one of those, especially before we get our winter storm tonight, so we can get the water, going and get the animals watered. And yeah, so anyway, that's what we're going in here for. And I think Eli really likes this place, don't you, Eli? He likes to talk to the guys. Lucy does too. Really sweet guys in here. So we're gonna go in and check it out and see if they got what we need.
Butter?
Yes.
Butter. All right, we're gonna go all the way around the corner.
Next we are going to Napa.
Eli, you buckled?
Where is Napa?
Napa is the parts store.
Yep.
Go see Mr. Don, right?
Mm-hmm.
I never see Mr. Don.
Oh. Has Daddy never taken you to the parts store?
Yes.
Lucy, girl, you've been to the parts store. It's pretty much been the car battery store for the last year, so.
That's true. That's true. But today we need to winterize the camper, right? We've not done that yet. It's it's February today, isn't it? It's February, and we haven't winterized our camper yet, so we got to do that today before it gets super, super cold. So we're hoping they have what we need. It's kind of a random thing, not something that a parts store would usually carry, right? The RV stuff. We don't know. Joe's gonna do his best to find it. If not, we'll have to go to a bigger town and get some, but check and see what they got. I sure hope you know what you're doing.
Not a clue.
I don't either. We could really mess something up,
Let's see what happens.
Okay. That's kind of the way we do everything, isn't it?
We did stay in a Holiday Inn Express last night. Hope these are the right keys.
Okay, so what we have to do is to attempt to winterize our camper. I think Joe's got it under control. He's watched some YouTube videos, so he's pretty much a pro at this now. So
Forget how to get in here.
if we can get the door unlocked, we'll get in there and winterize it. Okay, first little hiccup. This just like sprayed water everywhere when I turned it on. Evidently our faucet broke or came loose, one or the other. So that's fun. Gus is winterizing too. Aren't you, Gus?
Says that storms are coming.
Gotta put on some insulation, Gus? Huh? You sweet boy. You sweet dirty dog. You sweet dirty.
What a blessing.
Are we winterized?
I pray so. How do you feel?
Good job, babe.
Good job to you.
Thanks, YouTube. Good job, babe.
Let's go eat some lunch. Okay.
Okay, so we've had lunch and we've got the camper winterized, and now we need to work on getting the animals set up for the really cold weather and the ice and the snow and all of that. So we've got just a couple of things that we need to do. We need to put a door on the outside of the chicken coop just to keep the wind out and the snow from blowing in. And then we also need to fix the well and make sure that the dogs and the cats are set up and all of that. So gonna take Joe his coffee, his afternoon coffee, and we'll get started. So this is our chicken coop slash well house. Need a door on the outside, and it is really dirty, but we need a door on the outside just to block the wind because they are totally safe inside here when we lock them up at night. So we don't have to worry about things getting into them. We just want to block the wind and the snow and the rain from blowing in. And this here is our well pump. So our well, of course, it's underground. And it's really nasty in here because the chickens, well, they live in here. But this is our pump, and you can see back here is where that ball valve broke off and sprayed me in the face. What? What's so funny?
That's funny.
So we need to put the new ball valve on and get that ready. This is definitely a chicken house.
Yes. Yes.
But they love it. It keeps them safe, keeps them warm.
1, 2.
So with the chickens, we have to be careful. They can withstand the cold as long as they're not wet. And so we just try to keep them dry in here, and they can withstand quite a bit of cold. And we live in Oklahoma. It doesn't get terribly cold here for very long, but we're gonna be down in the single digits, which is very cold for here. And the wind is the issue typically here for us. And so they're pretty well covered and secured in here, but there is airflow, and that's really important for chickens because they're susceptible to respiratory diseases if they don't have good circulation. And so we have lots of good circulation, but it also means that drafts, there's a pretty good draft in here when the wind is blowing really high. And so we actually have a heat lamp in the chicken coop. Now this is usually a really big no-no in a chicken coop. And we actually lost a chicken coop to a fire one time because I put a heat lamp in and one of the chickens knocked it down and burned my coop to the ground. So this is usually a really, really, really big no-no, but we have it in here. This building is a cinder block building, as you can see. It's got a concrete floor and a metal roof. So I feel a bit more comfortable with having one out here. And I also, as you can tell, I have it secured to the metal beam. And these things were not designed very well. I don't really know why they designed them like this, but if you've ever dealt with them, they're pretty dangerous. But I have wire attached to all of the different points that could fail and attached to the ceiling. And I also don't think, I mean, knock on wood, I don't think anything could touch this heat lamp up as high as it is, but it creates just enough heat in here, I feel like, to knock the cold off. But what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna move this heat lamp. I think it's a little too far away from them. And our rooster last year got frostbite on his comb. So I'm actually gonna move this heat lamp over just a little bit closer to them. And hopefully that'll keep him. He usually roosts right here in the corner top. So hopefully I can just keep him warm enough to where his comb doesn't frostbite again this year. So that's my next project. This is like a wire mess. I'm good at making wire messes, aren't I, Jeff? No comment.
Love you.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a minute to clean all the wire off of this, but hey, I slept better at night knowing it was secure.
Do you want some gloves?
Okay.
You good?
No, I'm good. I just need to unplug that over there, and then I'll wire this back up. There, I think that will work a lot better. Keep them a little warmer. And I use a ton of wire, and it looks like a big mess, but it does help me sleep better at night knowing that that thing is secure. Lucy's little orange cats have never seen snow before. Are you guys confused? What is this stuff, huh? What is this stuff, Scrubby? What's going on? Don't you want to come out, Scribble? You want to come out, Scribble? Huh? He says, no way, man. Cold and wet? I'll pass.